Hey everyone, Daniel Whitlow here, coming at you again. Today, I'm curious to see what I even titled this video. It's just going to be random and probably mostly for me to remember how to put kind of all of this back together. And this will help me to figure out what parts I need. We're going to get the steering column, all of that removed. And just all this whole area is going to need some work. Inspecting all of the gear shift and everything, because something doesn't seem quite right in here. Like this just comes out if it wasn't hitting there. I fully anticipate we're gonna have to rebuild the hydraulics and everything. There's this hole in this box here that I'd like to either get repaired or just replace that whole thing. So yeah, I have no idea where this video is gonna go. All I know is we're taking it down here, down to here, seeing what all I'll need to get from like a parts tractor, things like that. So yeah, stay tuned and let's see how this goes. All right, so I'm kind of following the manual, kind of not. I'm following the section of like removing the steering, and it's basically saying like, well, this gauge here is being held on from the back, so if you loosen this, then that'll drop out and you won't, from my understanding, have to disconnect all of this. This is a note to self to see how this is routed. And then, like on this side, disconnecting that. But I ended up just kind of, I'm going to cut this. The wires down here going to, what gauge is that? The fuel gauge. I just cut that because it's cut on the other end. And then, yeah, so I'm just going to pull this whole dash out. Oh, and this was removed. There were 4 super tiny cap screws. Like here's one. They were 5/16 socket to get them out. Now coming over to this side, I'm going to remove this bolt here and all of this in order to get the levers out. And eventually we're working our way towards removing the whole dash. All right, so I'm going to try and keep this together. Might find a nut to put on the end to keep it together, but that's how that goes together. Pulled them out through the bottom here. So the outer one has an E-clip on here, and that, I assume it should have a, to get the light, it should have a pin in that or something, but it had nothing in it. So we'll have to fix that when we go to put it back together. All right, so from here, I got this bolt out on each side, and this, I thought this was just a bolt and a nut here. Apparently, this nut is part of this, and so whether someone did it before me or I did it on the other side, so I was trying to take a socket to this and turn it, it ripped the other side open. So we'll have to tack weld that or something and get that back together. I got this pin out of here, holding that on. And then you're supposed to use a puller to get the steering wheel off, but since this at the moment just comes out, probably just gonna take that out. All right, maybe I missed it, but at least on a power shift, I don't understand how this dash comes off without this coming off with it. So I removed the cotter pin from this piece, this pin, and that is controlling your shift lever, which is this inside one right here. And again, this is all note to myself. And I'm gonna pull this and pull that shaft out, and I got this ring, or spring, undone. All right, so a lot more had to happen here than I thought. You'll understand in a minute. So on that shaft over here where the shifter is, I wonder if this is supposed to be an E-clip. And Kind of looks like someone took a washer, cut a chunk out, and made it work as an E-clip. Got a washer, then had to release the spring on this piece, and then that went down to one of the linkages. So I removed that. And this slid off here. Oh, I just realized that's a washer there. Okay, interesting. And so then I started to remove this, and I realized, oh, well, maybe I didn't have to do that, but I think I did. So this pin, this pin goes through here, out this hole, or through here and into here. And you can, if you put it all the way down to park, it clears down here. And it looks like that can essentially come off or come with. And we should be able to pull the cash off now. Hey, look at that. Next, we remove the nuts from this double ball joint. And then this whole speed control shaft should remove. Looky there. All right, so we're on the left side over here. This got kind of ugly. So this was threaded into down there. That went into the inside of this piece. Well, I broke that off. Whatever that is. I can't get this loose, so we'll deal with that later. This line here, let's see if I can tap, goes to that elbow there. And then did that little line there, which I suspect this line is not supposed to be all rubber. That was an after the fact fix. Let's see here, under here we go, sorry. I got this line off. And now I guess I'm ready to take the bolts out and see if that's everything that's going to that steering unit. See if we can remove it. Well, there it is. As if life wasn't interesting enough, this line here has a keeper. So when you're looking at the tractor, it's on this bottom right corner, and you gotta loosen up the bolt on the back side for that keeper in order to get that line out. And this piece was down in here. I suspect it goes with that. That's something else I had to do. I had to take this bolt out. I thought it was holding the corner of that assembly, but it wasn't. But I'm pretty sure I needed to take that out to clear everything anyway. All right, so this is where you would stop for removing that, obviously, but I'm just going to keep going. Again, this is for myself. Note the rearward line goes up and over the other line, sort of. And that one goes down that way. And then the other one is what comes down to there. Just so I know when I stick these through how they're supposed to sit. All right, I'm starting to realize how much not fun I'm going to have putting this back together. So I got this line off. This line, this is the line that sticks way out the front. Finally got that off. It was kind of stuck on the end, you know, between the kind of the nut and the pipe, and didn't want to twist it. Finally got that off. What else here? So I'm about to take this shaft out here. This wasn't even connected down here. So I'll pull this pin out, or take the roll pin out so I can pull this shaft out. Because I think what I'm trying to do now is just take everything from here up and off. I'm curious to see what else is connected, preventing me from doing that. I mean, this pin here wasn't even in. I didn't do that, and that's part of what was missing in the clutch disconnect. So yeah, I'm curious to see if I can get all of this off. I unhooked this line. This line has obviously been kind of leaked at one point and jerry rigged together. I've decided I'm just gonna get a new, I forget what this is called, like dash support or whatever, because it's not even connected down here anymore. It's just a mess. This whole thing's a mess. Again, all of these videos are just to help me kind of piecemeal this thing back together. All right, enough blabbering. Moving on, getting this assembly off. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got the big cotter pin out of here in order to be able to get that shaft off. All right, so we got this shaft out. It took lots of pounding to get it out. Very tight fit. Maybe probably should have cleaned it up a little bit before pounding it out. But anyway, that's out. There's the other piece. And then I was able to get this whole assembly off. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of this. I'll figure that out later. And maybe take it apart slowly and put it back together as an assembly. And from here, I guess we're going to take out this shaft in here. This spring, I forget, I think it was hooked up here somewhere. I have to look at my other clips now. This spring here was hooked underneath here. Yeah, so I think this may even be clear. I'll lift this out and all of these pieces and undo these bolts on the sides here. And I think we can lift this whole box off, and I'm just going to end up replacing this whole box. And there you have it. That piece is off. Mainly just the housing and stuff left here. And yeah. I said, I think in the other clip, what a mess. I'll clean this all up. And like I said, I'm going to get a new box because where it was supposed to be connected on at least that bolt, and I think this one was torn. Take a shot back to this area. I would be dumb probably to not put a coat of even spray paint in here while I have it apart. And then, yeah, eventually I'm going to clean everything up, inside, up top, backside, and we'll get this put back on the other chassis, the rear end. Because speaking of which, ta-da! We got the Planetary clutch pack back in. I didn't have these in my other video, but I got this bearing in, and the toe disconnect, I still got to adjust that left. I may include that in another video, but hallelujah, that's in. And yeah, so now we can get that clutch housing onto here. Just kind of keep slowly putting this thing back together. Go back to the other piece for a second. So maybe this is where I could ask a favor of you all is, you know, I took this apart and I said I was doing all of these videos to kind of give me an idea of what it was like, but some of this was taken apart beforehand. So if any of you have a 4020 apart, I'm not asking you to go take yours apart, even though I think there's just the cover back here. But if any of you could provide pictures of what this should look like inside, again, this is a power shift, which will be different from a synchro. That could help me immensely. So yeah, and any pictures you can send to me at danielfarmchannel@gmail.com. Or if you need to reach out for other stuff, again, you can email me there, or leave a comment below. I try and respond to all of the comments. I'm not popular enough at this time that I can't keep up with them. I also wanted to give a shout out to Andy, who provided some photos of the multiple high crops he owns, including some A's, 3020, and 4020. It's good to know some of these videos, despite being high crop specific, are being watched by those who it is applicable to. Thanks for watching, Andy, and providing the photos. So, yeah, lots to do here. It's going to take me a lot of time to figure out what parts I need here and other parts of the tractor, oil lines, and because I got to find part numbers. Like I want to get the right oil line there, and it's going to take time to do this right. And then I know I got to go somewhere and get like wheel centers for the rear end. So I got a long trip planned at some point. I don't know when that'll be. And then putting this all back together, it's not exactly something that I look forward to. So with that, I'll end this here. You all have a good day. Again, reach out. Love hearing from you all. And we'll go from there. Have a good one, everyone.